Eurovision 2024. I got a new video. Alicia Michelle. Hey girl. I'm ready to go. How you feeling? Eurovision fan. Yeah. Are you ready for the show? We gotta keep it real. We gotta keep it real. Let's go.
Hey Eurovision fam, it's Alicia Michelle. I am so excited today because one of my favorite national selections, y'all already know, is Serbia's national selection for the Eurovision Song Contest. And this year, I get to talk to one of the artists I'm most excited to see return to the stage. It's Filip Balos. Did I do it right?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. So we all know you in the Eurovision fan bubble because you were at Pesma last year. What made you want to come back again this year so soon?
Yeah, well, to be honest, last year I was like, I applied and I was like, let me see how Serbian people react to pop music, because in Serbia we don't listen to pop music, like the real, pop, bubblegum pop. And yeah, then everything happened. I finished fourth, and I was amazed by the people voting and everything, And I was like, this has a potential. I need to come back next year, like with a better song or more prepared, and possibly win.
Yeah, I think people would love to see it. And you also had the opportunity to do some of the pre-parties for Eurovision. So what was it like kind of performing in the Eurovision bubble, even though you weren't maybe representing your country on the big stage for Eurovision? What was that like?
It was really weird watching Eurovision because I wasn't a part of the Eurovision, but I felt like I was, kind of part, because I hang out, I met all the people, not all the people, but let's say like half of the people that were at the Eurovision. I met them at the pre-parties, and they're great. And I was watching, I was like, this is so emotional to me, I feel like I'm part of the Eurovision, but I wasn't. But it was crazy. Actually, you told me, you were the first one who was like, listen, their pre-parties, you might want to check that out. So I did. And yeah, I went to Stockholm pre-party, and I went to the Polish pre-party. It was amazing. I had the best time ever. It was one of the best experiences of my life ever. Like, so professional. Like, I don't know, the sound system in Stockholm is crazy. I put my in-ears. I was like, am I in heaven? Like, what's happening? I never witnessed this before. So it was crazy. And the public, I remember I was performing in Stockholm before Alexandra, and at that point her song was a hit. I think she sang it like twice because the public went crazy. Yeah, and I was supposed to go after her and sing Novi Plan Drugi San. I was like, I can't do this. Like, she's a star, nobody knows me here, and nobody knows my song. And then I went on stage, and people sang Novi Plan Drugi San even though it's in Serbian. It was crazy. They were like screaming my name and everything. So that really was, it was crazy. And then Polish pre-party, that one was so amazing because my second country on Spotify is actually Poland.
Oh,
so
wow.
I remember, yeah, it's crazy. I remember getting out of the bus with like Jockey Route and all the stars. And I got out of the bus and I just see like, I would say like 20 to 30 people, like girls and guys, like screaming, Filip, Filip, and holding the Serbian flag. And I was like, looking around myself, like, is this for me? It was crazy. So I hugged them all. We had cute pictures and videos. It really meant a lot to me. And they're still sticking around. They're still here. I'm just so grateful for last year. It was so amazing. And this year, we have some plans for the pre-parties too. One is about to be announced really soon, so I'm really grateful for that. We're in talks for more pre-parties, and yeah.
Okay. No, I love it. And I'm glad to see you back this year. I want to kind of talk about the song, but I want to talk about, so this song this year, let's just tell the people, what is the song about? What is your interpretation? What is also maybe the vibe people, that you want people to get as you're performing the song?
Yes. Well, this song, I started writing this song with my friend Jimenik. She's a really talented singer and songwriter from Serbia and England. She's like half Serbian, half English. And this song was supposed to be hers. I kind of wanted to produce this song for her, and we started writing it. And at first, this song was talking about like shallow relationships, you know, and like one night stands and everything. Just in general, love, what love means in today's society. You know, it's missing something, you know. So then when we realized that it actually sounds like more like my song and my vibe, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this song, I'm gonna rewrite it. I'm gonna write the second verse, and I'm gonna put a whole different, not different, but I'm gonna add something more to it. Because if I'm sending a song, I want the song to be something not personal, but again, something that all of the people can resonate with. So this love part was good, but I wanted to add something. So in the second verse, I'm talking about the world that we're living in. Because DUGA noć means the night is young, the night is long, we have time, you can do everything. Because it's kind of my story too, because in a way at some point in life, I got lost. I kind of forgot who I was and what I'm made for. And you fall into this like loophole, you know? So I'm talking about that. I'm saying that there are these like voices in our heads where it's filled up with all the voices. If it's media, if it's the bad influence, the bad friends, people, whatever. And nobody's actually living right now in the moment, or a small amount of people is. You know, a lot of people are stuck in the past, or a lot of people are looking too like way far into future, you know, and not enjoying the moment. So I'm saying, do what you want to do, live in the moment. The night is long, you know, you have the whole night, you know, the night is like a life. So you have the whole night, do what you want to do, make yourself happy, make others happy, and treat people with love and kindness.
I think that that's a message that a lot of folks can connect with and resonate with. And you know what? So because you were at Pesma last year, what do you think was like the biggest lesson you learned that you're kind of like, okay, when I come back, I'm gonna XYZ thing?
Well, last year I learned a lot about myself that I didn't know. I learned what I can do. I kind of I got this confidence, because I never knew that I could do some stuff that I did last year. I was really scared about everything, and then I went on that stage, and when they say 1, 2, 3, live, we're live, I wasn't scared. I was like, let's go. I'm gonna kill this, you know? So this year, I'm coming back, and I'm not stressed out. I'm not scared. I know that it's gonna be fine. I know that I just need to practice, and then I'm gonna kill it. So yeah, I know right now I have that confidence. You know, I learned that about myself, that I can do stuff, that I don't need to be scared about it, that I just have to believe in myself.
Yeah,
so that's like the biggest thing.
That's beautiful. I mean, I think that is one thing about Eurovision. You get this mix of folks who maybe are new in their career, and then you have some folks who have been like performing for years. So this year at Pesma, there's a lot of heavy hitters in the mix. What does that feel like to kind of be up there with some folks that are like very big names? And also, I think when I was interviewing people from Serbia last year, people said like, you know, there's a little bit of a change in the way people are looking at Eurovision and looking at the Serbian national selection. Yes. Do you feel like that's still sort of changing, or do you feel kind of like, well, look, we've got some of these heavy hitters here. Maybe like it's changed.
Yeah, well, it's still changing for the better. Every year, the Pesma is getting better and more professional, which is thanks to Olivera Kovacevic. She's the one that does everything about Pesma's Euroviziju, and I'm really proud that we have, you know, a festival that's really, compared to a lot of, you know, festivals in Europe, is really up there. So I'm really happy about it, and yeah, every year it's getting better and better. Every year we have better performers and interesting performers, new performers. So it's amazing.
No, you're so right. Now, I asked this question last year, so you should be prepared, you know, this year. So have you listened to the songs of your competitors, I guess?
Yeah.
So is there a song from this year's selection that you're like, I think I want to do like the Filip remix on it, add some like Filip sauce to the mix of that track.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember that you asked me this last year. Last year I said one ballad, which is great. This year I'm gonna say Eva Lawrence with her song Dawn.
Yeah, I love that song.
It's so sexy, you know. And me and Eva were both like this like new generation of pop in Serbia. Yeah, I really love the song. Yeah, I'm gonna choose that one.
Okay.
I think I would put a really nice Filip Balos spin on it.
I love it. No, I could definitely hear that. If we can't get the cover, maybe we can get a collabo at some point.
Actually, it's funny. Sorry to interpret you.
No.
It's funny that actually last night she did an interview and this man asked her the same thing and she said my song.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not saying this because she said my song, but really, you know, that's kind of that pop sound.
Yeah, there's a similar vibe. Okay, so I know you can't tell us what you're going to do on the stage. That's totally fine. But can you tell us maybe what vibe you're going for? Because I will say last year, your stage show was one of like the best like live performances, I think, in the whole national selection season for Eurovision, you know, with the song, the styling, the visuals were striking. And I think it really helped you to stand out. So not saying that you set the bar high, but we know you can level up. We know. But yeah, what are you kind of going through? Maybe like what's your inspiration for the staging this year?
I just want to go back to the last year. It's funny because like the biggest changes of the performance happened in the oh my god, sorry, the bird just flew. The biggest change happened in the last 3 days. I remember it was like 3 days until the big show. I did an interview with Filip Balos with Sinan, and he asked me like, are you happy with the performance? And at that point I was miserable. I was like, it looks awful. This is nothing like I imagined. And I was like so sad. And I was like, yeah, it's going great. It's going to be good. Now it's funny that I watched it because now I'm really proud of that project. But yeah, in the last 3 days, we changed a lot. And it ended up really being something big in the Eurovision community that I could never have imagined before. And oh my God, it's crazy. It's really crazy. And yeah, I set the bar high. So I'm kind of nervous about that because this year I'm doing something more complex.
Complex
on stage, yeah, but it's not gonna be like your. It's not gonna be like typical VMAs, pop performance, you know, like dancers and stuff. Even though I love that, but we're doing something totally different. And yeah, I can't tell you more, but you'll have to wait and see.
We will be waiting. We will be seeing. Thank you so much for talking with me today.
Yes, always.